Hello, welcome to Gehenna Gaming, where we tell dark stories and support inclusive gaming. Tonight, we're playing Bluebeard's Bride, a game of feminine horror from Magpie Games. Gehenna Gaming is sponsored by Die Hard Dice, Session Zero Clothing, and 1985 Games. Make sure to check the links in chat and use code Gehenna at checkout to save 10% on dice, TTRPG clothing, and wonderful gaming accessories from our friends at these companies. Bluebeard's Bride is a game of feminine horror. Much of that horror is in exploring uncomfortable topics and events that society and gaming frequently ignore or are not comfortable discussing. When we say feminine horror, it is because the fears and abuses portrayed are often directly related to women and the horrors that many experience simply from living. There will be gaslighting, body horror, abuse, tense situations, murder, maternal horror. These may all be described explicitly. The players and I have gone over lines and veils already. They know they're in for a ride, but I intended to be a safe, cathartic one. If this does not sound like a game you're interested in watching or realize as we go through that you need to step away, please do so. Take care of yourself. And I hope you have a good night. Now I would like my players to introduce themselves. Kitty, which sister are you tonight?
Hi, I'm Kitty Kenchi, and tonight I'm playing the Virgin.
Savannah.
Hi, I'm Savannah. You can find me online at Miss Emo Fox, and this week I am playing the Fatale.
Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby Peterson. I have she, her pronouns, and I am playing the Animus this week.
And Alex.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex at Daredevil Alex, and my pronouns are they, them, and I'll be playing your mother. Not your mother.
And I am Rosie, regular size mom, and I will be your groundskeeper. We're going to start off with an edited version of the folk tale of Bluebeard's Bride. You are Erica, and you have heard this story before. Once upon a time, there was a very lovely girl, your older sister, in fact, and one day a gentleman came into town, a nobleman looking for a wife, older and with a beard that was an unnatural and enrapturing shade of blue. There were rumors that he had had wives before, but no one knew what had happened to them. But this mysterious, generous man saw your sister, saw her beauty. He won her with magnificent gifts, exotic flowers, sweet words, carriage rides, glances at the life that would be hers. She married the man with the blue beard, went to live in his large, grand house with him. But not long after, the man returned, claiming your sister had fled on their wedding night, robbing him. You have heard rumors that your sister has remarried. You even received a letter from her, which cast slanders against Bluebeard and fantastical tales of horror. Surely your sister is delusional. Your family farm began to fail once she fled. Crops failed. Grasses for the sheep would not grow. No new lambs were born from the starving sheep. Why does fate punish you for your sister's faithlessness? In a demonstration of generosity, the man with the blue beard visited your family, and he saw your beauty. He began to court you, to win you. He asked for your hand in marriage, asked you to become his bride, promising he would take care of your family. You said yes. Tonight, you are playing Erica, who has caught Bluebeard's eye. You are all playing different parts of her, all in the same physical body. You represent different aspects of her mind in this game called Sisters. And you'll be exploring Bluebeard's house in search of tokens that will indicate to you whether Bluebeard really loves you and is simply misunderstood, or if in fact is a serial killer and your sister was right to warn you. Now we're going to do our wedding prep. So let's move over to character generation. We're going to start with our Animus. Animus, what are the bride's hands like?
I feel like the bride's hands are dry, and it's been hard. These last few years have been brutal. I feel like there is a scar along the back of her hand where she was tired, she slipped, and a piece of farm equipment just caught and ripped across the back of her hand.
Fatal, what does the bride's mouth look like?
The bride's mouth is always slightly upturned, kind of in a slight smirk smile, and she kind of has a perfect cupid bow on her upper lip. She always seems to be maybe chewing, contemplating on her lower lip, like so.
Thinking about anything in particular?
Sometimes wondering why her sister was so unfaithful and so unkind to a gentleman who's obviously wants nothing but the best.
Really, she should have been flattered to be thought the best, good enough for him.
Mm-hmm.
Mother, what is the bride's figure like?
Her figure is very wiry and thin. She's very flat-chested. There's no hourglass figure there. She isn't very strong. She doesn't. Her family doesn't expect too much of her around the farm due to her figure.
What does she normally do around the farm then, if she's not helping her brothers with that sort of thing?
Her brothers tend to the livestock and to the farm, but because her family business is also in embroidery, her thin, wiry figure leans itself to being able to sit for long hours on chairs, being able to sew the tapestries and knit the clothing used from the family farm animals.
I like it. Virgin, what do the bride's eyes look like?
Big and doe-eyed, brown with speckles of gold.
That sounds beautiful. Back to the top. Animus, what weakness do you give away when others hold your hand?
Holds on too long. I've had people leave. I'm angry about it.
So you hold on too long. Is it simply too long, or is it too tight? Do your fingers linger? Can you describe to me what you mean by too long?
Sure. There's a loathing to let go, a gesture of holding a hand or an arm of another person. Lingers slightly too long, maybe a little too tight.
Fatal, how do others keep you quiet?
They keep me quiet by not really talking to me. The bride's sister is the one who mainly raised her and took care of her, read her stories while growing up. Mother and father weren't really that invested. So she's kind of just like the little wallflower in the corner that no one really speaks to, and she just kind of exists in the family, especially after her sister left.
So you feel that you've been abandoned by your sister twice, really?
Yes.
Once when she married Bluebeard, and again when she betrayed him, and this misfortune befell your family.
Mm-hmm.
Noted. Mother, what do others wish was different about the bride's figure?
I believe others wished it was stronger, that it was more fuller, an hour-shaped glass. Because she's so thin and lean and wiry, she chills easily, and so she constantly has to wear blankets and heavy clothing that hides her figure. And so others wish that she didn't look so frail, like her sister, who was more plumper and more voluptuous.
Virgin, how do others know you want them when they gaze into your eyes?
She tilts her head as if inviting them in.
Back to our animus. Okay. Animus, your next question is, what tales have you heard about your older sister?
I heard that she fled in the night, that she stole from him, took things away from the house. But of course, she didn't bring any of that back to us, so I don't know if it's true or just we didn't matter anymore.
Vital, what tales have you heard about your older sister?
I heard that when Bluebeard went away on business, that that night she was unfaithful with one of the servants.
Mother, what tales have you heard about your older sister?
I've heard tales that she left a great opportunity to support the family. And so she has run away to cavort with another gentleman instead of being with Bluebeard.
Virgin, what tales have you heard about your older sister?
I heard that she was caught being unfaithful to him and packing up all of his treasures to take with her. And the person that caught her, I heard that she killed them.
Animus, what do you think about these things you've heard?
I don't know quite what to think. It's easy to believe because, again, why wouldn't she come back to us? I mean, why would she leave me here? Why would she leave him? If all these things were untrue, why?
Vital, what do you think about all the things you've heard?
Betrayal. she, took this opportunity to essentially become royalty. But that still stung. She was essentially our mother in a way. And then just to leave, run away and start this new life somewhere. We don't even know where she is. Just betrayal and hurt.
Mother, what do you think about the things you've heard?
I think I'm really scared for our sister. I know that our sister, we're very close to our sister, and I can't fathom why she would run away from her husband. She's very kind. She's very strong. She helped us when we are weak. So for her to not even take us with her is unfathomable, is unbelievable.
Virgin, what do you think about the things you've heard?
Hurt, abandoned. She left for a reason. And the fact that she never came back is for a reason.
So you sound like you may still believe in her a bit.
Believe in her as in?
Do you think she had a good reason or just a reason?
No, I don't think she had a good reason. I think she did something awful and she's running from it.
Thank you for the clarification. Animus, what are you leaving behind from your provincial life to become Bluebeard's bride?
I'm leaving behind the last piece of embroidery that I was working on, unfinished. I'm tired of making things for other people. I want to own things.
What is that last unfinished piece of?
White stag on a blue background.
Fatal, what are you leaving behind from your provincial life to become Bluebeard's bride?
I'm a little stumped on this one.
It does not have to be a positive thing.
Okay. She's leaving behind all the loneliness that she's felt.
Perfect. Mother, what are you leaving behind from your provincial life to become Bluebeard's bride?
She's leaving controlling parents and brothers. They have always dictated what she should be doing, that she should be in the family business, that she has no other path than what has been decided for her.
Virgin, what are you leaving behind from your provincial life to become Bluebeard's bride?
I'm leaving behind the doll that Sissy made me.
Can you describe it to me?
Um, when when I was born, she made it to look exactly like our mom.
There's no way I'm going to hurt you with that later. None. That's fine. Animus, when you first met, what loving gesture did Bluebeard make that won you over?
Said the most incongruous thing. He said how strong we must be to survive the cruel hardships of the last several years, the indignities fate has put on us. How strong we must be. No one ever said we were strong before.
I like that a lot. Vital, when you first met, what loving gesture did Bluebeard make that won you over?
He took me out to tea in town, and actually asked me how I was doing and seemed to genuinely want to hear what I had to say and my answers.
Mother, when you first met, what loving gesture did Bluebeard make that won you over?
He presented me a rose in a glass case, and we went together and planted it where the crops were salted and did not grow anymore. And he said that it represented our love, and that over time it would grow further and further, and it represented the care and love that he had for us.
I'm not hugely moved by that at all. Okay, Virgin. When you first met, what loving gesture did Bluebeard make that won you over?
When I cut the back of my hand, he tended to my wound.
How did he do that?
He tore his shirt and wrapped it around my hand to stop the bleeding. And he picked me up and carried me to the house.
Animus, what gift did you present to Bluebeard before the wedding? Why did you choose this?
I gave him the magnifying glass that I use for fine needlepoint work. I gave it to him because I want him to see things clearly, see the little details around him. Like me.
Vital, what gift did you present to Bluebeard before the wedding? Why did you choose this?
I made him a little gift box of some of the teas that we shared on one of our outings, as well as a handwritten poem detailing our care for him and a few little other spicy things.
Mother, what gift did you present to Bluebeard before the wedding? Why did you choose this?
I presented him with a magnificent embroidered wool cape that is red and luscious with lined with white mink, and mink is very, very rare in these lands. And so I saved this mink fur since childhood and wanted to give it to him to represent that we're building a life together. He is my everything, and I want to show how much love and care that we have for our future.
You will be faithful, regardless of what your sister did.
Absolutely. There's no question in that.
Virgin, what gift did you present to Bluebeard before the wedding? Why did you choose this?
In a glass box, I gave him a butterfly that I found that was the most beautiful butterfly that I have ever seen. And I gave it to him because butterflies symbolize hope and change. So maybe I can make him happy despite what my sister did. And maybe this will bring good fortune for my family.
Was this butterfly alive or dead when you gave it to Bluebeard?
Alive.
Animus, do you trust your generous husband Bluebeard, or do you hold unkind suspicions? Why is that?
I trust him. Again, I don't understand why my sister did what she did, but all the things that I'm hearing can't come from nowhere. And he's been good to us.
Fatal, do you trust your generous husband Bluebeard, or do you hold unkind suspicions? Why is that?
I trust him. Our sister lost her way. There's no way that this kind and generous man could be anything other. He's saved us, saved our farm, saved our family.
Mother, do you trust your generous husband Bluebeard, or do you hold unkind suspicions? Why is that?
Trust Bluebeard. He has pulled us up from the farm, from our family, to enjoy a better life. He has wooed us with respect and kindness, and our sister simply gave up an opportunity to live a better life. She threw that all away.
Virgin, do you trust your generous husband Bluebeard, or do you hold unkind suspicions? Why is that?
I trust him. Sissy hurt him. She hurt him and abandoned him. He didn't have to come back to help us, but he did. He's just trying to make things right.
And now we move on to our sisterly bonds. These represent the relationships between our sisters. Remember, by the end of this, I want everyone to be linked to somebody else. So here we go. It's hot. Animus, you hold yourself apart from your sisters, but blank is the only one who soothes you. Explain a time they calmed your rage.
I feel like the Virgin helps soothe Animus. Animus is angry at the world frequently, just has a burning coal of resentment and rage, and the Virgin sees things like butterflies and keeps us peaceful when we can.
You are envious of blank Explain why you can never compare to them.
The Fatal is so charming. It seems to be just at says the right thing, does the right thing, doesn't have things just break apart in her hands. I'm not that. It's infuriating.
Fatal. Your sisters are who they are, boring and predictable, but Blank has no idea of a woman's true power. Explain why you wish to teach her.
Animus. She, physically speaking, is the strongest of us. But she sometimes wilts like a flower when she feels disconnected. And I want to show her that she can stand strong on her own and that she doesn't need to feel lifted up by others. We can do that ourselves.
I want to clarify, you say physically speaking. You understand that you are all aspects of... Okay.
Yes, I understand that we're all the same, but she is the strong part of us.
Thank you. You try to draw in Blank with your seductive aura. Explain how you hide your insecurities from her.
The Virgin. She is so carefree and light, and she doesn't seem to get lonely like we do. She's always just kind of trekking her own way, finding her own beauty.
And how do you hide your insecurities from her?
I sometimes brush her off or throw things that I think she would think are unseemly from a woman's body, to kind of throw her off when she starts to dig a little bit too deep.
Like that. Mother, you know best, and trying to guide your wayward sisters, but Blank irritates you with their obstinance. Explain a time they undermined your authority.
I would have to say that Patel irritates me constantly with their obstinance. I would have to say that there was an incident at one point. We are best friends with the glassmaker's daughter, and I tried to stop Patel, but she insisted that we break into the shop and create glass anal beads to try with our best friend. And so she constantly irritates me with her, not only her obstinance, but creative ways to get us more into trouble.
I am nothing but resourceful, thank you.
Yep, glass anal beads was ahead of our time.
Let me make sure I have that down properly. I'm gonna be honest, that's one I've never heard before. You trust Blank to have your back. Explain a time They supported you in a time of need.
Well, wasn't expecting to pull that incident out of my memory. If we're gonna continue on this memory
Why not?
of glass anal beads, well, I mean, I trust Animus to have our back, because the Patel got us into this trouble, and Animus was gonna get us out of there. In fact, you can only guess that the glass blower's daughter's dad came home and found us fiddling with the beads and maybe each other. And so in order to get out of that situation, broke a lot of glass objects to create a distraction before the glass maker could see who we were, hiding our trouble that the Fatale got us in. And that was the last time we played with glass anal beads.
I love how you describe more sexual escapades than me.
Well, but this is the Fatale's fault.
I know.
This is your
But
fault.
I'm not even describing them.
Mothers can be very knowledgeable.
Mothers have eyes in the back of their heads where I wish they didn't.
I sure do. Mother knows a lot. It comes with experience.
There you go.
Virgin, you trust your sisters for the most part when they're not trying to make anal beads.
I was like, not anymore.
Blank blackens your innocence with her every word. Explain how she became your enemy.
I know she means well, and I know she's just trying to protect us, but the mother can be very stern sometimes. Birds weren't meant to live in cages.
Blank often helps you play tricks on the others. Explain a time when she was your ally in mischief.
The Fatale. One time, this girl called me String Bean, and we snuck into her room, and I don't know where she got it from, but she put a glass lollipop in her mouth.
This bride is amazing.
I'm putting glass lollipop in parentheses there.
I'm sure you are.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay,
And
and
I see.
We're not even out of character creation yet.
we're not out of character creation yet. But this is a wonderful example of how different brides can be from each other. I'm loving it. We are now moving on to assigning our stats. Please assign a 0 and a -1 to either your blood, carnality, or resilience. And then choose a face. You don't have to tell me where you assign your stats or what face you choose. Just remember you can use it as much as you dare. And your stats are utilized when you need to roll. You roll 2d6 and then add the required stat. Let me know when you're all done. Okay. This point, we're going to take a little break before we move on to the actual game and get married. So, join us in a little bit for our wedding day. Hello, welcome back. We are Gehenna Gaming, and this is Bluebeard's Bride, the second session of Heritage Horror. Before the break, our sisters created a bride who has been somewhat ignored, grown up a bit as a wallflower, feels abandoned by her older sister, and yet still has a playful side to her. I look forward to seeing what she learns. And what better way to start that journey than with her wedding day? My bride, my beautiful bride, thank you for your love and gifts. Thank you for giving me your heart, your body, and your life. I will treasure them always. To my bride. Your groom raises his glass and drains it, looking at you. His blue mustache and beard wet from the champagne as he smacks his lips, smiling wolfishly at you. It's your wedding day. That morning, you put on your finest dress that Bluebeard bought you. You look resplendent in your gown, your figure shone to its fullest effect, lithe, a fairy queen brought to earth, your gold-flecked eyes reflecting the sun. All eyes are on you. At the ceremony, he kissed you chastely. Now, at the reception, you sit alone at the high table, drinking champagne, while he talks to your guests, most of whom you do not know. But it all seems that they're talking about you, and you're getting a lot of looks. The party is over. He hands you into an elegant carriage, and the gas lamps outside are lit, because night is drawing near. He then sits across from you, with his side against the door, and he just watches you on that long ride, with the firelight reflecting in his eyes and blue hair, but he does not touch you, he just looks. And then the carriage stops. He delicately hands you out, and you see your new home. It is enormous. It towers over you, 3 stories made of beautiful stone. The gaslight shines off the copper roof, and in front of you, a few stairs leading up to a set of double doors. As you look up them, you see to the side and beyond the hedges that surround the grounds. The grass inside is dry and brown, and then you enter the house, and Bluebeard closes the door behind you. It's very dark inside the Century Hall. You can't see the end of it, but you think there are stairs? There's a table in front of you, made of highly polished wood, and one light shines upon it. Also on the table is a letter. Bluebeard takes the letter and reads it, while the coachman brings in your luggage, and then he turns to you. I am so sorry, my bride. I was looking forward to our wedding night, but business has called me away and I cannot stay. But here, have the keys to the house. Please look through everything. Make yourself at home. Play with the jewels. Make boats of any of my papers to float in the bath. Set fire to the furniture. Tease the servants. I do not care. This is your home, as is mine. But do not go into my room in the northeast tower. That is my private chamber where I can find some rest from all the stresses of the world. Please do not go in there. I will be back soon, and we will have our wedding night. You will remember it for the rest of your life. And then he hands you a ring of keys. His hand touches yours briefly, and he turns and leaves, closing the door. You are alone on your wedding night in Bluebeard's house, your house. The last place you know your sister to have been. You're a little drunk. Your shoes are far too tight. You hear rain hitting the roof. The wedding present that pleased Bluebeard the most was the tea and spicy poetry from the Fatale. Fatale, you start with the Ring of Keys. Sisters, please start your game.
Oh, shoes off, shoes off, shoes off, shoes off.
Oh, yes, I second the motion. She reaches down and starts to unbuckle her very tight shoes that are due to her swollen feet from being up and dancing and entertaining the guests.
Can we throw them? Can we throw them down the hall?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Yes,
No.
we can.
Why
Why
We're
not?
not doing that. That's not
There's
practical.
there's people to clean up our messes now. Why not?
Wow, it's so big.
Oh my
It's
god.
there. Exactly. Let's see how far we can throw it. I bet we won't even hit a wall.
No, that we shouldn't hurt our possessions like that. That's just not ladylike.
But it is because, and this is important, we're the lady.
Yeah.
We're the lady of the house. Whatever we do is ladylike.
Yeah, exactly. We are the lady. And
Instead
she
of
chucks them down the hallway.
No!
So explore.
Why are you like this all the time? Bluebeard will see us as a child. We don't want Bluebeard to see us as a child.
He literally told us to make paper boats for the bath. We can do whatever we want.
He just wants to see us happy.
No. What we should be doing is immediately finding a chair so we can rub our feet or find someone to help us rub our swollen feet.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We should definitely find somebody to rub our feet for us. Great idea, Mother.
Just don't lick them this time.
What?
Don't
What's-
lick them this time.
Yeah, please don't like
But-
anybody right now.
Oh god.
But that's the best part.
Okay, and here's, again, follow me on this. Remember all the weird rumors about possibly something happening with one of the servants with our sister? Let's just not do that part.
Oh yeah, no.
Don't lick people right now.
This is for Bluebeard, not for anybody else.
Sure.
Let's see. Where do I think I will find someone to massage my little piggies? She starts flipping through the ring.
That's a mischievous smile if I see one.
She finds a reddish tinted key that has black lines crisscrossing over the top. Upon further inspection, the little black lines are actually little braided rope.
You're just guessing, aren't you?
Yes? I mean, I don't know.
Hopefully it's the bedroom. It'd be really nice to sit down.
I mean, I could think of some things to use in the bedroom, but
Now's not the time.
I mean, of course, but we could be prepared.
What now? We're way too drunk for that.
Have
We're
a display.
Can we actually set fire to anything, though?
No, we're gonna
No.
try to find water and drink up, take care of our bodies. That's what we should be doing.
I'm just saying, like, I've never
But-
actually gotten permission to destroy everything.
We're not gonna destroy anything in this house.
But we've also never been this drunk before.
Oh, this is the worst feeling.
It's
I am
great.
kind of swirly.
We're gonna have fun, Virgin. We're gonna have fun.
It feels free.
We can't do this right now. We should drink water, make sure that we rest up so that when we do see Bluebeard, we're not fucked out of our mind right now. This is a terrible feeling. Who wants to feel headaches all the time?
Oh, hey, groundskeeper. Was there a care package in the entryway? Perhaps with more booze?
No. You. But at this point, you are looking for somewhere to sit down and relax.
Yes.
Okay. And I know where I'm starting. You walk down the hall, looking at that key, running your finger over the design that resembles small braided ropes. And you come to a door that is that similar design around the edge and has a sort of rich red velvet drape over it. And you sort of have to push the drape aside to insert the key into the hole. You open the door and enter what looks like a rich, luxurious bedroom. It is all different blues and reds. The embroidery is stunning. You enter and look around, and everything is the best money can buy. Elaborate makeups, a rich bedspread, a gorgeous window that looks like it leads out to a balcony, magnificent slippers, a private room all for yourself. Sitting on the side table, it looks to be some kind of drapery or art that features a white stag, perhaps in homage to some of the work that you yourself have done. What do you do?
Is there like a chase lounge?
There is a luxurious chase lounge made of the finest fabrics and the perfect length for your lithe frame.
Then I'll go and drape myself luxuriously over the lounge.
Oh, easy. Our head hurts.
No.
Any of this is stuff we made?
Does that look like our embroidery? He like kind of squints at the white stag art.
We never finished that one.
Mm-mm.
Maybe he saw what we were working on and had someone else do one?
It is really pretty.
He's a man that listens. I'm really impressed with that.
And pays attention.
That's the bare minimum you should try to find in a man.
He's so kind.
I feel like taking it apart.
Hi.
Why?
Tired of making things.
What? What do you mean?
Then let's unmake it.
Thank you.
What? Wait, what? Unmake what?
Animus needs to feel their power. Let's unmake the stag.
Okay, wait. No sharp things while we're heavily drunk and out of our. No, that's a terrible idea.
I mean,
Fine.
we
You
have
have
fingers.
the loose
Grab
stitch
my
that you can
fingernails,
pull.
I can.
Let's do it.
Oh no.
There,
You've got the hands, Vital.
do have the hands. There is also as you move towards the nightstand where the embroidery is, there's also like, a sewing basket with different materials that you use to stitch and sew, seam ripper, scissors, that sort of thing. There's also like a little sort of tray set out with some nice warm tea and water and like some snacks, as though maybe a servant expected you to overindulge a little bit today.
See? There you go, Mother. Next.
Great. Love it. Excellent. Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
On the way over, the Fatal kind of like loosely lets her hand loose and totally knocks over the water glass.
Oh, Fatal!
What? We didn't need it anyway.
Now we have broken glass. We can hurt our feet. And we have no water. We're just gonna wake up with that. This is not a good situation we're in right now. Don't you want to have all your mind present?
I mean, if you're worried about the glass, just call a servant for it.
Yeah.
Where?
Is there a little
yeah.
bell?
Great idea. Yeah, let's look for that servant. We need our feet rubbed. We need to lay down the chase.
There is a pull bell for the servant, and there's more of that rich embroidered sort of velvet rope that you would pull to ring the bell.
Wraps her hands around the pull bell and gives it
As you wrap your hand around the richly embroidered rope, like it looks very soft and luxurious. Like it doesn't look like rope, but as you are holding it, it feels like it's biting into your hand like the coarsest of rope that you would use on your farm.
Mhm.
It's oddly unpleasant, because it reminds you so much of the farm. But you find you can't quite let go.
Oh, this is fine.
You've gotten us to the situation now.
Maybe if I just keep ringing it, somebody will come and let my hand go.
Do you feel that? Do you feel like our hands burning at all?
I mean, it kind of feels bitey. You know, like how when we use that rope on the farm, like it always just like those little teeny little fibers would just, stab into your skin. Though I don't understand why that would be here.
Well, maybe we
Okay.
can just make a new one when we get some more material. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
And you're looking at your hand that's still holding this rope. You haven't heard a bell. Maybe it only rings in the servants' quarters. You're not sure. But as you're looking at your hand, you see trickles of blood start to move down your wrist and over the rope.
Huh.
Patel, that
Yes.
hurts.
Yes. My hands
Are we gonna
kinda
do
numb.
something about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
I'd like to investigate a mysterious object.
Ask too.
It's fine because the Fatal's maybe gonna grab the other side of the rope with her other hand to try to
No,
pull
no.
that.
That's
you
a
go.
climb me daddies for a vibe right there.
So I'm thinking we're getting some sort of clue, but what about this item is odd or uncanny?
Let go.
The fact that you cannot seem to let go and that it is, for all intents and purposes, biting you.
And what memories does this item hold? Is the second question.
You're looking at the hand and you're looking at the blood, and you can imagine the rope wrapping around another set of wrists. You can almost see it in front of you, wrists being bound and sort of pushed to the side of another woman and being pushed down onto that bedspread behind you. It doesn't necessarily look unpleasant.
I mean, I think you have to let it go. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Patel, he got this just for you. He's so sweet.
Yeah.
This is sweet. We do not consider this sweet. This is not practical. This is not something that we enjoy right now. Paying Patel right now.
Could I cry out for help?
Sure. You have the ring. When you break down and cry for help, roll plus resilience. On a hit, a house servant comes to address your concerns and calms your hysteria.
That's about right. It's 2.
2d6 plus your stats. How'd you do?
I rolled a 6.
Oh. Ooh.
So that, I'm trying to remember. That's you hit it, right?
No, 6
No.
is an outright fail.
That's a
No.
fail.
That's a failure.
It's 7 to 9.
7 to 9 is success. I'm sorry, you just missed it. Just a little.
A little bit.
So what happens instead is you're like, hello? Hello? And there's more of that silence as you're pulling your hand, trying to get it free of the rope. And somehow in your drunken state, you think it's a good idea to put your other hand on the rope. And now you're just kind of holding it. And as you've got both hands on it now, more blood is starting to run down your palms and your wrists. And it feels too hot, like boiling water almost, as it runs down your wrists and you begin to feel sort of welts from that opening on your skin.
Hey,
I'll stop it.
I don't know how. I don't know what we need to do.
Can we rip our hand away? Animus, you can do this. This is your area of strength.
I mean, sure, but the whole thing that we saw was the rope is there to tie up. So at that point, is that how we get out of it?
To tie ourselves more?
I'm not saying it makes sense. It's a you thing.
Ugh, Fatel.
I mean, I'm already stuck 2 hands in. I feel like if I do any more, then I think I'm stuck here all night.
I mean,
What happens if you pull the rope all the way down? Or like, can we climb it in some way?
She looks at like where it's attached, like
You could attempt to dirty yourself with violence.
to rip myself off of this rope.
Depends on how well you roll.
Yeah. Okay.
You could pass the ring to a sister that has a better carnality stat.
Which one of my sisters better at that carnalness? Animus.
shocking no one.
Yeah, shocking absolutely no one. Animus, you gotta do this. I like these things, but not when it hurts. This is weird.
I mean, all right, sure, I can deal with a little pain.
I pass the ring.
I will take the ring.
This better not awaken something in us.
You
Not
worry
yet.
too much, Mother.
Oh.
Okay.
The horror of a sexual awakening.
We are way too late for that.
As discussed in character creation.
All right, then yes, we will attempt to dirty ourselves with violence.
Roll plus carnality.
Hey, so now that I have both hands buried in and bleeding and it's hot and it's terrible, Animus, does that thing that she's been wanting to do with the embroidery the whole time, and like digs in her nails and starts warping the fibers. And I have a 9, which brings
Ooh.
you. Yes, we succeed, but also your vulnerability opens you up to trauma, or your carelessness leaves you in a bad spot. I think our carelessness leaves us in a bad spot. There is broken glass and torn everything, so we're in trouble. We're out, but we're in trouble.
Yes. You dig your nails and your bleeding fingers and palms into the fiber of the rope and you twist it apart. And once the rope breaks, your hands are free, inexplicably. But the release is so sudden that you stumble back and your bare feet, because remember, you tossed your shoes away so carelessly, are cut on that broken glass. And you fall back on the bed, your feet and hands bleeding. You're getting blood on that beautiful bedspread and carpet.
Animus, oh no.
This is all my
Okay.
fault.
We're gonna be okay. Just give me a second.
I told you to help, and this is all my fault. I'm so sorry. Can I give you some band-aids? Can we rip off some of this like dress and like quickly like?
Okay, we don't have to do our dress. Like, there's fabric literally everywhere.
We're bleeding. We need to solve this. Can we rip some of our dress? Okay, not our dress, but maybe the bed. Can we find something?
There's
Points at the
plenty-
white sack.
Oh my god. This
There's
is not good.
There
Yeah.
is the embroidery. There's also the makeup station. You could see if there's something there you could use.
Okay, so I have an idea, and no one's going to like it, but we're very good at sewing.
Oh, no.
True. I mean,
I'm just saying, if there's a cut on our feet, or there's a cut that won't stop bleeding, we're very good at sewing.
Can we at least find like something to like disinfect our wound?
But we drank all the booze, Mother.
perfume. Perfume stings.
No, I don't know about that.
As you're sitting on the bed, contemplating what to do and looking at your bleeding wrists, your bleeding hands, the blood dripping over your wrists and upper arms, the blood continues to well up and is hot, boiling.
Is
Okay,
this what happens when you get drunk? Like your blood on fire?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No. This is the only second time we gotten drunk, Patel, and you weren't even there for it because you fell asleep. You passed out.
Because I had a good time before.
You know what? We need to not, since no one can apparently hear us in this damn room, we need to, just get some pressure. I hate to ruin them, but there's these super nice slippers that'll at least put pressure on our feet and put something on our feet. So Animus shoves the nice shoes onto the bleeding feet, like having picked the glass out.
You slide your feet into the slippers, and the biting sensation that you felt from the rope, it feels like there's teeth, sharp something in the soles of these slippers digging into your feet.
Oh my gosh.
Allie,
Can I take...
that was a bad idea. That hurts worse. How does that hurt
Oh
worse?
gosh. Oh no. Can I
Okay.
take stock of the situation?
Yes. Ask one.
What does this place demand of the bride? Was there'd be a lot of traps already? Teeth, burning ropes? Oh my god. Mother's worst nightmare.
It demands surrender.
Oh. Okay, sisters, new plan. Gotta get out of here. Let's we have these things attacking us. We're gonna bleed out before we even see Bluebeard.
Okay, you know what? I think I've learned something out of this room. Go with me if you want, but I think this room, or at least this stuff, is maybe part of a lesson from what we saw, that pain is a part of marriage. That we're okay with it, but the pain is a part of marriage.
Virgin, do you believe that?
I mean, he wouldn't hurt us. No. This was all just an accident.
I agree with Animus.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I mean, what other theories do you have? Because we need to get out of here.
Yeah, no, right now I would like to get out of here, and even though we can agree to disagree, yeah, that's all. I don't agree with Virgin, I don't agree with you, but as you know, we're just gonna move forward. That's what we all can do.
Okay. So I'm going to propose the truth that the nature of the bedroom, especially the scenes that we saw with the previous wife, involve kind of a lesson that Bluebeard in particular requires pain or surrender in his marriage, and that's part of the agreement here that that's the nature of this bedroom.
What token do you take?
I'm gonna take the I'm really torn between the damaged piece of rope or the sewing kit. Nope. Animus said that she is sick of creating things, so damaged piece of rope.
And then, are you loyal or disloyal?
That is a loyalty token. That is a, you know what, maybe I don't understand what's going on, but there is a point to this.
You come to this conclusion. You stand, pick up the damaged rope that you tore apart, and leave. As you exit the room and sort of hobble on your feet, you feel the cuts in your hands and your feet, your soul. You look down and there's no blood behind you. There's no blood on your arms. The wounds that you saw appear to be gone.
Okay. Maybe that was the right answer. I mean, seems like it.
Yeah, I think we're fine now.
Oh, good. Whatever, whatever happened was just, part of our brain. This is the part that you forgot, Fatel. The part that you passed out. You were only here for the fun, and you're never here for responsibility, which you always avoid.
You're doing
It's
okay,
all
Bernie?
in our head.
I think that's very rude, Mother. But I also resemble that statement.
Yeah, I agree with Virgin. It's, you know what, has to be all in our head. We're right, everyone? Yeah.
Sure. I'm look, there's a lot of things I don't understand. I'm just gonna make sure that, I get us out of trouble.
Lead the way.
Please pass the key.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Virgin,
Mhm.
you okay? Okay. You want these keys?
Okay.
And Virgin now has control.
We should really go somewhere to. I don't know. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, Animus, you went through a lot.
I mean, you're not wrong. That was bad, but equally, it's kind of nice to survive a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense, but we've always been so like the thin one, the sick one, the cold one. I'm kind of here for being the survivor.
Well, as long as you're okay, how about we go for an adventure?
Sure.
Here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the right spirits, Virgin.
And she sets off to look for another room.
Describe the key that draws your attention.
The bow of it's a silver key, and it kind of looks like it has moss on it. The bow of the key is a really big butterfly, and the front of the key is like little antennas and a wing hanging down.
Is the entire key silver?
Like a old rusted silver, yes. Like an old statue that has moss on it,
Yes.
kind of deal.
Like a green patina.
Yes,
It's like
that.
petite.
I know where I'm sending you.
It is great.
You're reveling a little bit in being able to use that strength that Bluebeard saw in you. No one else seemed to. You're still a little tired, but this key that you're looking at is beautiful. And you wonder where it leads. It must lead somewhere peaceful. After all, you do love butterflies. You walk down the hall and you see a old glass door that looks like there's some greenery on the other side. It looks like the glass door of a greenhouse. And the glass on the door has an old, it's not stained glass. It looks like it was painted, not like inlaid, like not terribly elaborate. But the motif fits with the key that you're holding in your hand. The lock on the door is that same relaxed rusted silver, and the patina is all around the frame. You open the door and you enter. There is a quiet fountain that is in the shape of an opening flower with a butterfly sitting on the leaf of it, like the petals, with the proboscis going into it. And it looks like there should be water coming out and dripping over the edges of the petals. There are wildflowers. There's a bench with garden tools, shovels, trowels, rakes, edge clippers. It looks like this room is not overly tended. You enter and there is the rotund smell of decay. Moonlight rests gently over all of the leaves and flowers as you enter and walk in and observe this greenhouse. What do you do?
Ooh, it's so pretty. And she goes and she prances in the flowers.
Found a nice one. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
The fountain is very relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Shall we lie in here? How are these are we outside? How are these flowers in this house? What a luxurious, luscious place we're in.
It's all so magical.
We married really well. He is so rich.
Mm-hmm.
How is this possible?
Is this what happens when dreams come true? She's like picking flowers.
You really think something's wrong, Mother?
You know, I'm just it's a little too good to be true right now. I just can't rest and stop. I just don't know how to rest, okay? I just don't know how to take a break. It just you know when something just feels too good to be true?
Sure.
Like right here.
Okay, then you take a break and I'll look out for us for a second. And I would like to take stock. See.
Ask one.
What traps have been laid for the bride?
You're picking flowers and you see a butterfly that looks very much like the one you gave Bluebeard, sort of land on the flower next to the one you're picking. You reach out enchanted to touch it and it flies away, seeming to lead you deeper into the garden, and you follow that the dainty wings that catch the moonlight like polished glass and metal. And as you go in deeper and deeper, it gets darker and darker until all you can really see is by the moonlight as a shaft of moonlight comes down into what seems to be more like a forest clearing than the greenhouse you were just in. And there seems to be a blanket of butterflies that have descended onto some form. So what traps have been laid here for the bride? The traps that have been laid here for the bride are hidden by beauty.
You know, maybe Mother's right. Something feels off. Be careful, Virgin, okay?
But how could something this beautiful be bad?
It's
Maybe-
really suspicious.
She goes and she reaches towards the butterflies.
I mean, that's what we love about you. Just, pay attention.
As you reach towards the butterflies, suddenly they fly off of the form that they are blanketed over. And you see the dried corpse of a woman who appears to be desiccated. As the butterflies fly around you, you see their proboscises. Their wings are dripping with blood as they begin to land on you. And you feel them begin to dig into your flesh.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Is that a corpse that I see?
Yeah. If she's still alive, she has big problems.
Yeah. Virgin, can you take a closer look, perhaps, at the corpse of the butterflies? There's something wrong with this picture.
I mean, if you don't want to, I'll look for you.
She goes and she touches the corpse.
Are you using any of your moves?
I want to I guess shiver from fear.
Nice.
Name the thing you are most afraid will happen. And I'll tell you how it's worse.
That she's not really dead. That the butterflies are just there pretty much eating her alive.
Oh gosh.
Not only is she not dead, her eyes flick open, lock on yours, and they're the same brown with flecks of gold. And you look into her desiccated face and you see your own, and she reaches for you and she says, "You found me. You're here now. Look at my children. Look at all of our beautiful flighty children. Look at them fly. Look how I fed them. Look how they've grown. You'll feed them too.
You're hurt. We have to get you out of here."
Do you keep the ring and choose 2, or do you pass the ring and choose 1?
I'm going to keep the ring.
You will keep the ring and choose 2.
Mm-hmm.
What 2 do you pick?
What am I choosing from?
The list below, Shiver from Fear.
Oh, okay.
Your options are: infects the bride with its perversion, it has the bride in its clutches right now, or it speaks to you and you take 1 trauma.
I'm going to take a trauma and I'm going to let it infect me.
Take one trauma, and
Ooh.
it
Sorry,
infects.
can I use my martyr move before you take that trauma?
Yes, please read the text.
You will take your love to the ends of this world when you offer forgiveness for a sister's sins. Mark trauma 1 for 2 to heal that sister. So I'll take 2 trauma in order to heal her 1, because it was me who suggested for the virgin to explore the corpse, and I feel very guilty about that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sister. I thought that it'd be okay to explore a creepy corpse with butterflies around it. I thought we'd be okay, but silly me, I couldn't protect you during that time. I'm really sorry, Virgin.
And
to help her.
It infects the bride with its perversion. You feel those butterflies begin to drink of you, to suckle on your blood, as the corpse-like desiccated bride sits up and watches, smiling.
Help me.
Oh gosh.
Help me. She's talking to the corpse.
I am. You're going to be such a good mother.
No.
You shove them off? Can you get rid of them?
You could dirty yourself with violence, or you could propose a truce if you feel you have enough. If any of you have an applicable face move, or there's always escape.
Can I propose a truth?
You can suggest one, but
Okay.
it will need to be ratified by the holder of the ring.
Okay. May I suggest a truth? That we are expected to be selfless to our husband and to our future heirs, and give everything of us.
Okay. So I am going to.
Animus has a face. Hold on.
Animus definitely has a face, because, like, look at this. Yeah, I mean, sure, that's an idea, and trust me, I'm understanding that this is a follow-up on the whole pain thing, but also, you can't keep giving if it kills you.
What do you mean by that, Animus?
I mean, you can give and give and give. Like, clearly you do, Mother. Like, all the time you give and give, but there's a part where you feel yourself falling apart, right? Like,
but that's just, I don't understand you, because that's just what you do. If you love it and want it, it'll just come back if it's meant to be. You're supposed to protect it. That's what we're supposed to do, our duty. And this woman clearly wasn't able to protect, wasn't able to fulfill her duty. That's why all this fell on her.
Animus, also, we can't be like her sister. She gave up. She abandoned us.
So you're saying that the pain, the taking, as long as we're strong enough, it's okay. Because that's a me thing. I need to know that if that's the thing we're doing now.
Animus, you taught me to be strong. And just like now, this hurts. It may hurt, but you taught me that not only do I need to be strong for myself, but I need to be strong for you guys too. And so she's going to walk back towards the greenhouse part, as a token, she's going to pick up one of the garden tools, and she wants to propose a truth that this is testing her resilience.
Wow. But quite
I
the
like that.
spell for you.
And then the $1 million question, is this loyal or disloyal?
Loyal.
Congratulations. You do not take a trauma. You I mean, it's impressive. You exit the room and you feel exhausted, tired, maybe a little dehydrated. But you're not bleeding. And you're holding what garden tool did you take precisely?
Grab that little hoe. Anyway.
Brought in the hoe. Or the rake.
The one I forgot the name of it. One of those tiny little shovels.
Trowel.
That. I surely was gonna say I took the hoe.
Yeah.
You can't take me. I'm already with you.
Ah!
That said, like
The hoe was inside of you all the time.
Yeah, that said, never say that rationalization is not part of feminine ore.
All right. So you leave the greenhouse that was full of vampiric butterflies, and you're holding a trowel, and you have a bit of rope that I think you've sort of tied around your wrist to keep with you. And your belief in your husband is only strengthened. This is simply another lesson. You have 2 tokens of loyalty.
We're gonna be better than her.
Yeah.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
She was not strong, but we are together.
Please pass the ring.
Mother, I'm sorry I've been kind of hard on you and questioning your methods. And she hands her the ring.
It's okay, Virgin. You know what? You showed a lot of strength in that room, and I'm sorry I couldn't protect you from the blood and the pain that we experienced in the first room because of Fatale. And so
Damn. It's so shady in this house at night.
oh, I'm that kind of mom.
I feel the draft. Jeez.
Yeah, feel the draft. And Animus, helping us through the troubles. You know, I'm gonna try to find a room where we can we can try to heal up. Hopefully not one that we can wash up for. Maybe one that we can simply take a reprieve and maybe try to find a servant or somebody.
I mean, maybe the kitchen?
The kitchen would be nice, yeah.
I
I am
am
kind of
peckish.
hungry.
I could cook everyone a really nice porridge right now.
Or, servants. We did just mention servants.
Or,
yeah.
not porridge, because we've had porridge every day of our life for like the last however old we are. So
But can you cook anything? What can you do?
hey Mom, we have servants now. They can cook us whatever we want. Like
Do you think they have Turkish delight?
ooh, dessert. Yes.
That's gonna ruin your stomach. Remember the last time you had Turkish dessert and we threw up on Jacob?
Jacob deserved it. 1. 2, we can just blame it on the alcohol.
Oh, we do not want to be known as that girl who's always tipsy. Oh, there's gonna be rumors made about us. I don't want that.
I mean, okay, we all have opinions, but again, it's Mother's turn. Mother
Yes.
can do whatever Mother wants.
Yep.
We're just going to be loud about it. and would like some dessert, please.
Yes.
Okay, yes, you know what? This is a good time to recollect. Virgin, thank you. So I'm gonna go through the key rings and hopefully try to find the ring that, or sorry, the key that has. It's a small metal key that's a little bit rusted, and but it has very ornate, intricate designs, and it would fit. I would hopefully think that would fit the key to the lock to, say, like a chest or something that uses a lot of metal, like a metal door. Yes.
Hold, please.
Yes. I'm going to try to find the most practical room in this house where I feel most comfortable, which is the kitchen.
Sure, I'll figure out a way to spoil it for me, for you, me,
For
us.
Yeah. Of course, Patel.
Are you two gonna do this all night?
We can't.
Until I fall asleep? Yes. Which might be soon.
Patel, stop this. You're really poisoning all of us. And Virgin doesn't have a chance at all this. She doesn't have that experience.
Mother, you have key that you're turning over in your fingers, and you're thinking you'd like somewhere you can sit down, have a snack, be a little comforted by some of the nicer things in life that you don't really have or haven't had that much up until now, but you should have access to them now. You find a door that looks like it's a heavy metal door with a crossbar over it, and it doesn't look like necessarily somewhere you should go as the lady of the house, but it is nighttime. The servants might all be asleep or attending to duties elsewhere in the house. You haven't seen any of them, so you put the key in the door and it snicks, and you can now lift the bar, and again you're reminded of that strength that no one thought you had. As you move the bar, you open the door and you enter, and the sweet smell is almost cloying with how heavy it is as it hits you like a wall, a sweet, sticky wall of scent. The paint on the walls looks like it was white at some point, but maybe it's yellowed a little bit over time. And all of the trappings of the room, even though it looks like a pantry or a kitchen, they're surprisingly ornate, almost sugar-like. Like you grew up in a town where there was a patisserie. You couldn't afford any of it, but you very much liked to stop and look, and it was almost art for your eyes, even though you only ever got to have it once when your older sister bought you some for your birthday. You enter. Go on, I'm sorry.
I said, well, that's a memory.
That's really nice.
You move in, and there in front of you is a long table covered with beautifully decorated cakes and candies, frosted with flowers. Again, like that patisserie shop, it matches the smell and the decadence. And beneath the cakes on that table is a sort of shelf underneath that looks like it's jars packed with different preservatives and other things that are necessary for the house. And along the walls are different shelves that are full of dried herbs. So underneath that sugary smell is that sort of sweet floral herbal scent that you might get from certain teas. What do you do?
Sisters, are you feeling parched? Because I am feeling very, very parched from all the liquid that we've been losing because of the Patel and Animus.
Tea would be nice.
I'm wrapped into this now.
Yeah, you are, Animus, because you broke the glass with all of our water and we stepped in it.
I broke the glass. Don't blame this on Animus.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
rude.
You know, Animus, Patel, like sometimes I can't distinguish because you all get into trouble. I'm mixing you all up.
No. Animus does not get into trouble. That is my forte. Don't be giving my troublemaking things to other people. That's rude.
I mean, plus I literally couldn't do half the shit she does. I wish I could do half the shit she does. I really wish I could manage some of that, but no.
You can. I believe in you.
I
But
really
also,
wish
it's rude pointing at you.
Okay, lower your finger down. That's not ladylike, young lady. And I wish I could put on some earmuffs on Virgin, but I can't. So sorry, Virgin, you got into this mess. I hope that you grow up better, that we grow up better than Patel and Animus are influencing us.
I think we are a very well-rounded individual. Also,
Especially for the shit we've been through.
exactly.
I mean, Mother, I think you forgot what you told me.
Right. Yeah.
Mistakes have the power to turn you into something better than what you were before.
But that glass lollipop in that girl's mouth was definitely not a mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Patel, that's the lesson that we're not taking away from that. You're right, Virgin. You know what? Maybe maybe I should just loosen my hair a little bit.
You should take it down.
Yeah.
Waggle it in the wind.
Just take it all down. Just go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let it go.
That mane. Okay, that felt okay. Now we can have some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Relax, have some tea. Shove a pastry in her mouth.
Okay, this is a very nice luxury we've never had before.
Enjoy it.
Well, we had only once, really, for our sister gave for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You really think she's out there?
Yeah, we don't really. Animus,
I
we don't
hope
really
she
talk
is.
about our sister.
I miss her.
She's a disgrace.
You can still miss someone who's disgraceful. You miss me sometimes.
I wish I didn't too. You're just trouble. And Mother's going to investigate, or no, just, there's nothing to investigate right now. I think she's just going to sit down and try to make herself some tea.
There's you start sort of smelling the different available teas, and there's one that reminds you of pie almost. Like it's got that nice sort of rich chocolatey apple scent to it. And you heat up some water, and this is a very nice stove. Like you don't have to heat it up with wood. It's got I'm gonna go with gas. Got gas? Let's say gas, because
Oh wow.
it's really schmancy.
Yeah.
So you turn it on, you got fire. Ooh. You heat up tea. Tea is really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is really nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Virgin, drink up more, because you are the better one of us. Yeah. You've earned it.
Okay. In the interest of peace, I'm not gonna yell, but Mother, you have to stop.
What do you think I'm doing? What did you say?
I said you're infuriating.
Why would you tell me I'm infuriating?
Because you are.
You
Excuse
have
me?
you haven't said nearly maybe one or two kind words to any of us since we got here.
Kind words? What do you mean? I tell you you're strong, Animus, and I tell Patel that
That I exist.
You're right.
What about that Animus is beautiful and has an inner strength that gives all of us strength, and not just that she's strong. Animus is more than that. That's already implied. That it goes to your head if I say that. I can't say that it keeps saying you're beautiful. You're just gonna not want to work anymore. You're not gonna want to embroider. You already are not embroidering. Like, hearing
tough
nice
love is gonna
things
work.
doesn't make someone not want to do something. It encourages someone to be more, to know that they are supported. Mother, you're not being supportive. You're
But
just
It's her own way, Patel. She gives you a hard time because we all know that you're beautiful, but she's just encouraging you that there's more to you than just your looks. You're deeper than that. And as far as Animus, she's just want you to know that there can be a softer way about going about things. It's just her way.
I appreciate your point of view, Virgin, but you also get the nicest side of her.
Yeah, I'm not. We have spent so long just making things for other people. That's why I'm angry about making things. That's why I want to break things. Because for once we can. It's not going to ruin the money for the week or, just ruin our reputations. These things belong to us. And we don't have to stitch them by hand, or we don't have to coddle them anymore. We can do whatever we want. And for once, I want to.
I understand, Animus, and I'm sorry if my words are taken out of pain and hurt. I don't want to hurt any of you. I'm just saying that the world out there is cruel. The world out there is mean and it's painful, and I just want the best for you, how I can do. And I'm sorry if I'm not telling you that you're not beautiful enough, if all I think is strength. It's just that I want to try to protect you, and sometimes I can only do how I know.
As you are having this, does anyone else have something pivotal they want to add to the internal dialogue?
Just a little,
or a one-liner. Hit it.
just a little thing. Apologizing that I'm taking your words the wrong way is not an apology, Mother.
Patel, we're gonna chat later because something's happening to us right now.
Yeah.
As you've been sitting down and you're drinking the tea and you're feeling yourself relax, like, when you have a nice warm beverage and you feel everything kind of relax a little bit, you're starting to feel safe for the first time in a while, and the smell of this room is bringing back that really luxurious, comforting memory, and you're like, this isn't so bad. This is okay. This is fine. And you're sitting there and you reach for a really beautiful cake that has sort of really elaborately iced butterflies on top that are this beautiful crystalline blue. And you take it in your hand and you're having that internal dialogue. You're looking the cupcake over and you start to lick the icing off the top, because that is the sweetest part and you do deserve it. And saliva starts to fill your mouth, and the moment you begin to eat, the moment you taste that high quality sweet, you can't stop. You, instead of savoring that cake, you shove it in your mouth and you begin to reach for other cakes, and you can't quite stop.
What is happening? Why? Like it can't. Like we can't stop eating the cake.
You cannot stop eating now that you have started. You begin to feel hunger consuming you. As you eat, you become hungrier and hungrier, and you feel your elaborate gown that showed off your lean figure so well beginning to tighten as you grow at an alarming rate in most unflattering fashion.
Oh, this isn't good. Why can't we stop? Oh no.
Maybe we should just loosen stuff up a little bit in the back.
Yeah, let's try that. Yeah. Okay, Patel.
We'll loosen the corset of our wedding dress.
Thanks for suggesting a solution to the problem. How was that?
Solution.
No.
But it just makes us feel better. Because we're not so tight.
Okay. Great conversation, Patel. Okay. How does that feel?
I mean, it's exactly what I was talking about. We have nice things now. We can do whatever we want. If we want to have cupcakes for dinner, we're having cupcakes for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't I feel like we're suffocating. This isn't normal. What's happened? Why can't we stop eating this cake?
It is really yummy.
It's delicious. And, before, like, we would have to buy it. But now this is just an entire table worth of goodies that are ours. Because Bluebeard isn't home right now. He's off on business. So this is all ours.
No, this is overindulgence. This isn't great. Oh my goodness. Can I investigate a mysterious object, which is the cake that's in our mouths?
Sure, ask you.
I'm going to say, what memories does this item hold?
The memories this item holds is of a previous bride of Bluebeard who found great solace in making these luxurious sugar art pieces. You see I was reading someone's message. You see sort of a phantasm of a woman with long brown hair and a sort of contented smile on her face, moving around and baking and baking and baking, but she's alone as she's here working on all of these things. There's no one here to enjoy what she's doing. So she's making and baking and alone.
Hello?
You're attempting to speak to the phantasm. All right. Do you have a second question? You get to pick two.
As I think about how to speak if I have food in my mouth, yeah. Why did Bluebeard keep all these cakes and sugar pieces?
Because they are beautiful, a true feast for the eye, and something that one of his previous wives, well, she enjoyed it, but he appreciated the fact that it kept her busy and out of his way.
Sisters, what? I'm feeling very, very sick to my stomach. If we keep going, we won't have we won't fit in any clothes, and this is very uncomfortable. What are we gonna do? Oh.
Well, what do you think everything else has been about lessons. Is there one here or is there something else?
I mean, from now, clarification. When one of us has like a vision from an item, do all of us have that because we're all the same person?
Yes.
Right? All that.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I would like you to. I'll take a trauma from the simple fact that you're becoming very full.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool with me. Well, that doesn't seem right. He should want us around. We don't want to be alone again.
Yeah.
But
No, that's
also think about Sissy and what we heard about her. As far as lessons, she kept taking and taking and taking. Maybe she just kept taking and it just wasn't enough.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Virgin? You're right. If we're gonna take a lesson from this, it's that we can't take anymore. We have to know when to stop. So I am going to escape. Without proposing a truth. Just to be able to lessen the feeling of being full.
Okay.
I don't care what about the size or but we not having agency or being left alone. I don't want to be here. I don't like this.
This is not the snack that I want. I mean, we are a snack, but I didn't want to have.
Those are my lines.
Whoops, sorry. We can't keep eating like this. This is unladylike. This is not how we please our husband.
So you decide to escape.
Yeah, as quickly as possible. I mean, I'm not quite. I don't know what else is happening in this room, and I just want to get out of here as fast as possible.
All right. Please take 1 trauma. That's your hard price for your escape.
Whoa, I'm at 3 trauma, y'all.
And
are you at 3 or 4?
We healed last time. We were like.
Oh, thank God! Yes. No, you're right because we did a loyalty.
Because you were loyal.
Yeah. So we are at 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Unfortunately, I know.
And you find yourself outside of that heavy metal door. Your fingers are a little sticky from the pastry and the sugar, but you're still holding that trowel and you have the bit of rope around your wrist and you're holding the ring of keys. So you've escaped the pantry. Please pass the ring.
Okay, I think Animus, here you go. Here's the ring. Or it's Animus. You can, thanks for your suggestion. I'm gonna give you this ring because you were very helpful with that room back there, that situation.
I
lifting you up with me again.
I just want to do a vibe check. Everyone okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thank you for checking though, because Animus takes the keys and goes, "You didn't even try. We were all there. We'd have tried to help you. You tried to do it all yourself."
Yes, because none of you. If I leave it to any of you, you'll. If you want something to be done, you do it yourself. Done right. I know how to do it. You always get into trouble with Patel.
You didn't do it though. You didn't do anything.
I ran out of the room. Do you feel the bloating anymore? Do you feel I did what I had to do.
You don't have to bear it all on your own. It's okay to lean on us every now and again. We're here for you.
Not to mention, if you try to do it all yourself, you're not good at it either.
You tell me, what is the solution to when a cake just goes down your throat? Nothing can get done.
Okay, you know what? No. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm angry at this point. Just gonna see where to go next because I don't want to stand here.
Yes, what key draws your attention?
We have seen keys of silver, keys of iron, keys that are beautiful. I think the key that's going to draw Animus' attention is actually a very sturdy wood. Not so much for embellishment, though. It seems almost like a skeleton key, but the wood grain and whorls and patterns are clear on it. And she will set off down the hallway in her slippers.
Animus, why are you frustrated? Why are you mad? There's no reason for you to be mad or frustrated.
I felt like there was something that we could have learned in there. And now I'm never gonna know.
What do you wanted to stay in that room?
It felt familiar. Watching her walking around lonely, that's us. That's what we've been doing for years. It was one of the closest things. It's not something that was bloody or scary. It wasn't corpses or butterflies. It was a thing that we actually recognize. It is the thing in the mirror. And we ran away. Yes, I'm angry.
Animus, but maybe that's why she wanted to leave. Because she doesn't want to look at that familiar thing. The us in the mirror.
Don't you raise your voice like that at me. Don't you speak to me like that in that tone.
I was standing up for you.
I don't want to look in that mirror. I don't want to see what's happening.
So I'm right.
Patel, the when I say you're right is when, horses fly. That's just, it's not gonna happen.
Animus, think about it. Look at Mother. Is it more painful to walk away and just forget, or to sit there and have to face your sins?
You're having this internal discussion, running your fingers over this sturdy yet unadorned key, feeling the natural patterns of the wood, and you
Oh.
Yes, I will send you. I will do the thing and send you here.
I hear you, Virgin. I do. I promise. I know that I'm loud and I'm frustrated, but I hear you.
It's okay. Feel your feelings. Without frustration, there is no joy.
No one wants to see my feelings.
I do.
No.
You.
I do.
You find a door to a room that is A simple, solid wood matches the key almost perfectly. A simple, solid lock. And it would be wholly unremarkable, except keys aren't normally made of wood. You slide the key into the wooden lock, and it doesn't so much click or snap into place as it fits like the limb of a tree. Like it was broken aside, and you've put it back together. And you enter I'm sorry, I'm still torn between two rooms, and I've just made a decision because I think it will be good. So I have some written rooms, and then some rooms that I pull directly from the Book of Rooms, which is created by Magpie. I've decided to send you to a room that I have made.
Oh, I like that.
You put the key in its place, and you've been around nature most of your life. You know what it looks like when there's a fresh bud or sapling that's sort of spring green that happens when a new growth occurs. And you start to see that sort of from the door to the key, as though it is growing back around the key, which is a little odd, but the door opens, you go in, and you find yourself in a forest. You walk in, and whereas in the greenhouse there were sort of pavers and wildflowers, this is unkempt wild grass. This is something that feels good against your skin, feels natural. Even though you were eager to escape the farm, it is soothing in its familiarity to you. There is moonlight dancing through the trees and resting on your skin in a wild, untamed fashion. And you can see the flickerings of a bonfire off in the distance that reminds you of the sort of harvest celebrations that would occur in your hometown.
This place really is magic. If it can do this.
Oh, I feel calm. I feel at ease. Virgin, how do you feel?
Maybe this place can be home.
I mean, it is home. Whether it's good or bad, this is our home.
Come on, Animus.
Yeah, let's go see. And we'll start approaching the bonfire in the distance.
You move through the forest, the moonlight and moss soothing against you, and you see women dancing around the bonfire. You approach, and it looks like they're wearing animal furs, and that they have painted their faces red, which is a little odd, but it could be celebratory. They appear to be in different whirls and swirls. And as you enter the clearing, they dance past you and hold out their hands in invitation.
I don't dance like that.
And I do.
Who are you?
One of them catches your hand and pulls you into the dance. Because we are your sisters. We are those that have come before and those that will remain after.
What do you mean?
We are those that keep him at bay.
Keep what at bay? Is there some sort of monster, some sort of evil?
She looks at you quizzically. And moving through this wild dance in the firelight, you see the different people dancing around you are not so much women wearing animal furs as animals that have the flesh of women stretched over certain of their features.
Oh my goodness.
We are the wild and we keep him at bay.
I'm not asking the right questions. I'm not saying the right things. Fatal help. And I will give the key.
Oh.
Or I will give the ring.
That was
Dance, you
But
talk,
we're not
I-
dancing. That's not what you're thinking, right? We're not dancing with these women.
Oh, you're already dancing.
Yeah.
Oh
But-
no. Oh no.
But Fatal goes into it like full force, matching their moves.
Cool.
Let's see. she's-
And now that you're willingly dancing with these animals that have human flesh stripped over themselves, I would like you to take trauma.
yeah. Just me or all of us?
All of you, this is something that's pretty awful.
Ooh, can I use my major move at this moment?
Sure, what does that let you do?
Again, it just allows me to take trauma from one person. I'll take 2 and they'll heal 1.
Okay.
Again, yep, I just love to the ends of the world. I offer forgiveness, but I think it's just like selflessness. So I think I address the Fatel, and I there's like a lot of like guilt in my eyes, and I just say to her, I see a lot of error in my ways. I'm really sorry for hurting you and not treating you more supportively, more empathetically. I could learn a lot from I've always admired your whimsical ways that have, yes, gotten us into trouble, but you know how to live life a little bit. And I think I've been stuck in a lot of my ways.
You're gonna shatter healing me, aren't you? You awful, awful person.
Yeah, and so with that, Mother also makes a nod to Animus, and says, Animus, continue to be strong. You're right, like what Virgin says. I don't want to admit it, I don't want to say it, but showing emotions, I feel is a weakness, but no longer. You've all shown me that showing emotion can be a strength, can be a kindness.
No. Don't be the butterflies.
And Virgin, take up the mantle. Continue to make, the thing I appreciate about you is that you continue to be kind in a cruel world. This world tries to shape you into a harsh, jaded individual, and that's me. And I don't have that anymore. So, goodbye.
Mother, no.
And our mother has shattered, which is a mechanic that I've only ever hit once, and it was with our lovely kitty Kimchi during a carnival game. So I'm very excited because this is pretty new for me. Let's look at the shattered page for the mother. When you shatter, read the following passage aloud.
We are no longer whole. Our connection is severed. Our mind is fragmented. Our deepest fears are exposed. Our blood feeds the horrors, and I welcome them.
When a sister misses her role, the groundskeeper may look to you to describe what happens to the bride. So, sisters, be careful when you choose to roll from now on.
Yeah, Mother's ruthless.
I might throw something shady that like attacks your soul.
All right.
The mother's gone. There's animal women skin things. Talking to them may not work. I may have to punch something. Fatal, Virgin, what are we doing?
We got it. It's okay. I would like to use the spider and charm this beast skin wearing woman thing.
Okay.
So,
It gets you what you want. They will tell you a secret about either the house or Bluebeard, and you will mark a trauma to ask a follow-up question if you like. So describe to me what you do, please.
as the Fatale is dancing with one of them, she slowly kind of starts to let like a shoulder fall, and she like caresses their face, and she's like, you said that you keep him at bay and you'll protect us, right? What do you know of him?
So your first question was, you'll protect us, right? And the creature looks at you and goes, of course, that's what we do. And you can mark a trauma to ask your second question.
Yep. Fine. Mother healed me. She didn't heal me for nothing to gain more trauma.
And your second question was, what do you know of him? We are the witches, the remnants of so many of his past brides. We know of him that he takes and takes. And that to keep him at bay, we sacrifice one to save the many.
I don't like the sound of that.
I think. Are we the sacrifice to save the many?
You are moving closer to the bonfire.
Yep. A new. I
You want me
would
to help. I can help.
Out. You want to help?
I can try.
Okay.
Just give me the reins for a second, and I will activate my face move because I am the brute.
Lovely. Read that text for us.
When you investigate a mysterious object by breaking it, ask a follow-up question about the object. Its essence still remains. The item can no longer be investigated by any sister.
I am very much cool with using object to refer to a horror. And this creature you're dancing with could be considered a horror, or if you specify something else in the scene, we can work with that as well. So describe to me what you're breaking to investigate.
Certainly. Actually, the intention was to break apart the fire.
Ooh, okay, continue.
So at that point, whether that is with a dance partner or simply with, something nearby, like picking up the nearest object and just hurling it with the intention of breaking apart the sticks and scattering the fire, because I'm not going into it. So to investigate the mysterious object as we destroy it, what happens to those that go in the fire? Oh, wait, that's not one of my official questions. Heck, there's official questions. I forgot.
There's a list.
There is a list. I have to follow the list. Why did Bluebeard keep this item? If it's meant to stop him, I have to know.
A demonstration of his power.
Okay. Check my... Okay, so I since I get the follow-up question from Brute, I technically get 3 questions.
Yes, you get 3 questions.
All right. What about this item is odd or uncanny?
It's a collection of witches, and it's the first straight answer you've gotten from anything.
That's pretty odd, yeah. All right, and lastly, what memory does this item hold as it's gone?
This bonfire holds the memories of women before you, the brides of Bluebeard before you, being sacrificed upon the altar of his malice. After all,
she just looks horrified and just looks back at the Fatal, because the Fatal still has the key.
Oh, yes, I do. I thought I gave it to you.
No, that was just the face move.
Okay. Fatal is just like internally like slow blinking, coming to this realization of, well, we technically wouldn't be alone for long because we would be dead. This is still not the outcome that we wanted. Are the horrors still trying to sacrifice us?
well, the fire is gone, but they are essentially animals wearing human skin. So they are looking at you, and you see their claws beginning to lengthen. You see the flesh masks they wear begin to fall away.
Okay, the one that is closest to me, I would like to caress in hopes of turning it to not technically our defender, but to kind of be a distraction momentarily so we can skedaddle.
Okay. Make a roll for me.
Please roll better than last time. 7.
Roll a 7, that's a success. You shift its attention, and it looks at you almost sadly and says, "Oh, you poor child, you have no witch." And it turns away from you and faces the others of its sisters just long enough for you to consider what your truth might be in this matter.
Yeah.
I know what we saw. I know what I saw in that fire, but they're also monsters. So what do we believe?
Yes, but they were monsters that weren't lying to us.
No, they had no reason to lie to us, but the fact of the matter is they are monsters. And he was there showing off his power to destroy the monster. So as long as we don't become monsters, we don't get destroyed.
But we've already lost Mother.
And she's not forgotten.
No, she's not. But also, who's to say that those other brides are monsters? They're witches. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, did you see them? I know our sister did spells and things, or she talked about it, but I've never seen anything like that.
One sacrifice. They said, what is it that they said about sacrificing?
Sacrifice one to save the many.
And isn't that what Mother did?
Is that what we're supposed to be? Because we're trying to be strong. We're the one. Is that our job now?
I don't think we're trying to be strong anymore. I think we've proven that we are.
Do you have a truth?
What do you think, Fatal?
I think the truth of this room really tough one. That being sacrificed for the many is this one really has me stumped.
Sometimes there aren't easy answers. What do you feel?
How I feel?
Yeah. Do you think we're supposed to do this or we're not supposed to do this?
I think it's what's expected of us, but I don't feel good. Like I have a pit in where my heart should be, because this doesn't feel right.
None of this feels good. Not a single thing that happened tonight feels good. But we did triumph over it. We did endure it. We worked through it.
I guess the question is, what do you think that room's about? Is it about how there must be one, or how they say there must be one?
I think while sacrificing one for the many is a noble and grand idea, we are worth more than just a sacrifice, and we should be allowed to live and thrive regardless of any witchly or beastly qualities that might arise.
And get behind that idea. Okay. Let's get out of here.
What token do you take?
I really want to say a flesh suit.
You could take a scrap.
Okay, I will take a scrap of
A scrap
suit.
of flesh? Okay.
A scrap of flesh.
And is this a loyal or disloyal?
Disloyal.
Perfect. And you exit the room having come to that decision that regardless of whatever negative, beastly, witchly qualities you may or may not possess, you do deserve to live and thrive. And that is perhaps part of your greatest strength. And you leave the room, and you possess 2 tokens of loyalty, 1 of disloyalty, and normally we would continue until you had 3 in 1 column, but because this is a streamed game, we're trying to be a little bit more aware of time, so we are going to move forward with the majority, which is loyal. So now I draw my sister's attentions to the final room. You traveled these dark halls in search of a truth most divisive. Each room provided you with all the evidence you desired to make that one fateful choice. Now, you stand before the forbidden final room, and you must decide. Look at your fateful outcomes. When the bride collects enough evidence to prove her husband's loving intentions as a faithful husband, she must choose to either enter the room or look through the keyhole. So you leave that room with the dancing witches and the blazing firelight, and you say, regardless of what that was, I want to believe. I want to believe that he loves us. I want to believe that he is worth being loyal to. And with a desire to find that truth and believing it, even though maybe you shouldn't, you hold the key to that final forbidden room, and you march up to that northeast tower. Then the question is, do you enter the room or do you look through the keyhole? I'm going to go around the circle and we're going to decide. Again, I like this to be a majority, but it doesn't have to be. Mother, you're still going to get a vote. And we're going to start with the Animus.
Look through the keyhole. The firelight said that he can be dangerous. Even knowing that he loves us, even knowing that we can do this, that we can be this great and powerful lady, I don't want to risk that actual wrath. Leave it be.
It's out.
Peek through the keyhole.
Mother.
Yes, we have a really great opportunity, and we can enter the room. Aren't you curious as to what's inside? Why simply just peep through the keyhole? You're the lady of the house.
Alex, don't ever change. Virgin. Virgin, do you enter the room or look through the keyhole?
I take one of my butterflies and I sit it right here on the Animus. And then I say to her, I say to everyone, we don't need to do any more. We've proven ourselves enough. Look through the keyhole.
I will give you a chance to convince Mother.
Hello, sisters from the beyond.
From the beyond.
From the beyond the darkness. Tell me, why is it that you don't want to have power? Why is it that you don't want to simply declare your ownership of this house? He said that this is our house. Why is this room any different?
Because we are faithful and loyal, and this is the one room he asked us not to go in.
How about a jar? Just Patel, aren't you curious? You're the risk taker. Just a jar.
I've taken enough risks for this evening. Thank you.
A
I
little
believe-
bit.
I believe
Don't
there's bad
you-
things.
Don't you like that a little bit of you rubbed off on me when you shattered to take my trauma?
Oh no, I liked it when you weren't boring.
I'm not boring, thank you.
You were taking risks. Patel, come on, don't you want to see what's beyond the door?
I'm content with how our new life will pan out. We'll take a peek and begin our life as we should have it.
And what if you don't like what's beyond that keyhole?
We've proven ourselves strong enough, as Virgin has stated many times.
We'll be okay, and maybe one day you'll come back to us.
That's very unlikely. Hold this onto yourselves. That's you just peering through the keyholes, the same reason why Mother shattered. All right, I'm just gonna let the keyhole thing go. We're just gonna peek through the key- we're just gonna peek
Previously
through the-
stated, we're going with majority. You look through the key. I was really enjoying it though. You're looking through the keyhole. And I'm going to go around again. Animus, what did the bride lose when she saw the horrors through the keyhole?
I feel like the bride lost hope that the rumors were wrong. I feel like there was always that idea that maybe, again, it's like I said at the beginning, that the stories are so outrageous they can't be true. But there's something in there, and I can't see it clearly, but I don't like it.
Vital, what loving impulse kept the bride from going into the room?
Can it be loving to herself?
Sure.
We had done enough harm to ourselves, in a sense. Whatever horrors that we could fully see in the room were to stay there. She knew that in this case, the less she knew, the less she poked around, the happier and hopefully longer her life would be.
Mother, how did Bluebeard reward you for remaining loyal and not ever going inside?
He rewarded us by simply allowing us to see our family and again in prosperity before our crops had died, and so because of our loyalty, he said he allowed us to spend the riches that he had. and we chose to provide for our family like he promised us he would.
A generous man.
Right?
Virgin, what is the bride's favorite room to spend her days in? I personally interpret this question as what room eventually becomes this particular bride's. This is a room that you may visit in future or that I may use in later games.
And can it be a room that we did go in during this game?
It should be a room unique to you. If you would
Okay.
like input from your sisters, you can ask.
Yes,
And I can pass the next question to you.
We talked a lot about basically lessons and surviving. You could run those themes of having a schoolroom or basically a room that's meant to test your endurance in some way, or different themes. But that's the sort of thing we can do.
I got it. Her favorite room to spend her days in is the nursery that she's created.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the butterfly theme.
Oh, the butterflies.
Is that what it is? Is it butterfly themed?
Yes. And it's change, hope for a better future.
Oh.
I'm not going to destroy that later. This is
not
fine.
gonna nip
course
us in the
not.
bud later.
Are there any particular details that you want to give me to not destroy later?
No.
Nah. Cool. I can do it on my own.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say, so Animus did create one more thing. The rocking chair in the nursery has a white stag embroidered on the headrest.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
really
there's
cool.
nothing more tragic than in mythology than the White Hart.
Oh, can there be like knitted baby clothes in there?
Oh, I'm sure that will be.
Oh, yeah. Nice
Now
time
there
for
is.
ones.
Now there is. And
now there is.
in the Book of Mirrors, which is a book that explores alternative setting for Bluebeard's Bride, there is a setting that explores Bluebeard's sons. So there is precedence in this RPG for Bluebeard to have children.
Dang.
Saying. And then back to Virgin, because you asked for yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. How does the bride cope with the horror she spied through the keyhole?
She writes letters to her sister.
Oh.
Even though she doesn't know where her sister is?
Oh, I never said she sent them.
Oof.
So I want to make sure I understand. You have a stack of letters, essentially, unsent to your sister, a woman you did not believe and perhaps should have.
Because she's thinking, with everything that she's seen, that her sister may still be somewhere in this house. She doesn't know.
Oh.
Oh no. Do we just slip letters under doors?
Are you in there?
Oh.
Pity, I adore you. Don't ever change either. That's horrific, and I love it.
Oh.
All right.
You're
Animus. What is the name of Bluebeard's next bride?
Oh. We talked about this and my brain has been scattered by all of this.
So this question is, what is the bride's name? And then the next question is, why is she important to you? So right
Okay.
now, all I need from you is a name.
Okay, got it. I think. You know what? I think I like the name Angela. No angel should come to this house, but an Angela will.
Mm. That's cool.
And next in alphabetical order is the Fatale. But I welcome shout outs if anyone has any ideas. How is Angela related to or important to the bride?
Angela is Jacob's daughter.
Oh.
And I want to clarify, Jacob is the paramour of your older sister.
Yes.
Former paramour.
Former paramour.
Hath not taken.
Hath not taken. Ooh, dang.
I like it. Well, those of you that stuck around to watch, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank all of you for playing with me tonight. This has been the second episode of Heritage Horror, which is my spin on Bluebeard, which is interested in exploring horror as it is passed between women, because it is something we all experience. And it's something that I particularly have noticed running Bluebeard regularly and repeatedly. So I wanted to try to craft something that would help us work with that a little bit more. So I hope you join us for episode 3 and see what happens to Angela. And I want to give all of my lovely players a chance to plug what they're in. So we're going to go with the order we used at the start of the episode. Kitty.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kitty Kimchi. Have a few things coming out, I believe, in March. I guess you can check me out at Marlet Games. Any other updates, you can follow me on Twitter at she's Blasian.
Savannah.
Hi, I am Savannah. You can find me on the interwebs at Miss Emo Fox. You can find me on my own channel, streaming some Stardew Valley. You can also find me on the Vorpal Tales channel in many of their games, including Pathfinder Raid of Winter, the Red Opera, the Helmgast's new Cult Divinity Lost book that's just coming out that we are showcasing, as well as Mage Ascension Season 2 of White Walls.
Abby.
Hey there, I'm Abby. Once again, had a blast this evening. You can find me in my general nerd thoughts out on the Bluebird internet social media thingy at Clarion Call. And aside from this lovely project, I'm also playing Water Lily at the Aberrant Atomic Youth game at Simulacra Studios on Twitch, and that's Wednesdays. So join us there for a little more lighthearted superhero antics.
Alex.
Hi everyone, it's Alex. I promise you I'm not as stern as I usually am on the stream. And you can find me on Twitter at Daredevil Alex, where I'll be designing maybe a TTRPG surrounding horror. I do have 2 charity streams coming up in March. And the one in the end of March will be really interesting, really fun. It'll be on Avatar, and we'll be doing streaming for survivors, and the money will go towards a rape crisis center. So I'm very excited for all that.
Excellent. Thank all of you for playing with me. You've all been fantastic. And you'll all be playing different sisters next week. So Huzzah for that. And I have been your groundskeeper, Rosie, regular size mom. You can find me on Twitter at mom_size, or you can look at the pretty dice I make as Odd Duck Dice. My logo is a platypus because that is the oddest of ducks. And this is Gehenna Gaming, which is sponsored by Die Hard Dice, Session Zero Clothing, and 1985 Games. Make sure to check out the links in chat and use the code Gehenna at checkout to save 10% on dice, TTRPG clothing, and wonderful gaming accessories from our friends at these companies. And again, this has been Bluebeard's Bride from Magpie Games. I hope you join us for episodes 3 and 4, and I hope you have a lovely evening. Night.